All right, so today I'm going to be talking about what we do basically, which is basically we provide financing and business credit solutions for small businesses. We do a lot of business in Hawaii. We also work a lot in mainland. But our mission is really to bridge the gap. Oh, there we go. Bridge the gap between small businesses and the resources that they need to thrive. So we are a finance company. That's our heart. That's kind of where we start. But as a lot of you guys know, we have a pretty wide network. And we like to help feed our network. So like if somebody comes to us and are like, okay, Jason, we need this money for this XYZ project. Okay, great. Let's do that. But what else do you need to grow? You know, do you need a lawyer? Do you need like a payroll service? Do you need some type of partner to get you to the next level? We want to help grow that company. So we provide creative financing solutions. A lot of the times it's very much a holistic approach. So there's not one case that's kind of, it's not a one size fits all, right? So we kind of meet people where they're at, where are you at credit-wise, financials-wise in your company, where do you want to go short-term, where do you want to go long-term, and then we'll put together the right game plan to help you get there. So what a lot of people don't understand about business credit is that it's really based on your personal credit, especially when you're starting out. And up until you get to like the 10, 20 million range in revenue, you're gonna need your personal credit to get stuff done. So that's what we really focus on with the clients and educating them around how do you get good credit? It's a mixture of how much do you have utilized on your credit, the credit length history, and obviously make your payments on time. But a lot of it is the amounts owed. So you want to keep your ratio at 30% or less of whatever your credit limit is at. So if you have a $10,000 credit card, $3,000 should be the amount that you could put on that thing or less. If you just do that and pay your bills on time, you'll maintain a 720 FICO score or better long term. So this is just an example of like what we could do. We're pretty much A to Z for a small business, from invoice factoring to SBA loans. If you're buying equipment, it doesn't really matter, we can help you. We also do commercial real estate as well. This is for equipment financing, you can go to the next one. Business credit lines, this is really good for startup companies and existing companies. So most companies that we come across, they are lacking in some form of credit. A lot of companies don't need a loan, they actually need more credit. So credit is when you need to use the money for maybe like a couple of months, less than a year, right? So we'll get them 0% interest for 12 to 18 months. That's underneath their business name. So it's not negatively affecting their personal credit. It stays under the business. The business is building that credit. And when you go use that credit, it's not hurting your personal credit. So you can continue to get more financing as you need it as your company's growing. So this is a great place to start out if you're kind of like just coming up or just starting out in your business. You do need very good personal credit to do this above 700. So kind of the rule of thumb, if you've got the 30% or less thing going on all your accounts, and we usually work with clients that have at least $10,000 to $15,000 of credit limit to their name, then we're confident that we can go get you some good solid amounts on the business credit card side. So here's some case studies real quick. This was for, this is the medical facility on Molokai. So a local bank couldn't help them out. We partner with a lot of local banks here. When they can't get something done, then they can call us and we might have a solution for them. So fortunately with this case we did, and we were able to help the hospital over there get some working capital because at the time they ran into some weird issue on insurance. They couldn't get money for their insurance for a few months. So they just needed some capital to float for a bit. So we were able to get that done pretty quickly. This was a very interesting case study. So this company basically like puts together either human or mostly pets. The remains, they cremate the pets and they put it into a reef ball and then they drop that reef ball into the ocean and it creates more reef, right? So it's kind of like growing a tree. But anyways, this company, the owner that I was talking to, he only owned 1/3 of the company, which when that happens, you can't get a bank loan. You have to have 51% ownership to sign for any loans. So couldn't do that. So the only solution that we could do is business credit. So he was trying to buy his 66% partner out, which now he did, and now we just got them new financing for 50 grand because now he owns like 80% with his wife. But we were able to get that for them in, like 1 week at 0% for 108,000. They're using that as their working capital this year to grow their business. This was a school over in Kailua, and they were part of the Chamber of Commerce as well. We're part of that organization as well. They came to us, and they'd never done financing before, didn't know what they were getting into. They were going from a very small church into a 5,000 square foot facility, and they needed to build all that stuff out. So they came to us, and one kind of had shaky credit, and the other one was okay. And so we had to come up with some real creative finance solutions. We got them a $50,000 line of credit. Actually, no, that's actually wrong. Was it a line of credit?
That's what it says.
I think maybe it was a line of credit. It was either that or an SBA loan. And then got them some business credit as well for $23,000. And Vitamin B actually came to do that video with us. So we made a YouTube video of their grand opening, and it was really cool to see the transformation in that space. And then we ended up sending our kids there, and it's just really cool to be part of the community and like helping them grow.
Yeah, and they do parents' night out events.
Yes.
So if you're looking.
So
they have a 4-story playground, indoor playground. Yeah.
After school events, they have a summer program right now. They're doing. It's pretty fun.
It's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a therapy office on Oahu. So she came to us, and her situation was her credit had diminished because she had too much credit on her personal credit. So she was very highly utilized. Also, one of the local banks here, they were calling her line of credit because her company wasn't doing well after COVID. So they said, no more line of credit, you're tapped out. So she was owing like 150 grand over there, and she was maxed out on her personal cards. So when she came to us, we were able to luckily get her 120 grand very quickly on a business loan for 1 year. I told her, you have to use that to pay down your personal credit. When you do that, then other doors are gonna open. So she does that. Her score went from a 670 to a 760 in 30 days. And then at that point, she got a big loan for like 270,000 for a 7-year term. So now she has low monthly payment. She refinanced all of her bad stuff. And then it's not on here, but now we got her new credit line of 50,000. We're getting her the 0% business credit cards. And now she's hiring more people inside of her practice. So it was kind of like, a turnaround case study that we wanted to share. But this is kind of like what we do a lot is people put the business expenses onto their personal credit, and then they get stuck. So if you take anything away from this, like separate your business and your personal. So when you first start out your company, go get some business credit cards. If you don't know how to do that or you want some help, you can talk to Henry in the back or myself, and we'll help you out with that. But you need to separate that in the very early on, because if you start using your personal credit is going to go down and make it really difficult to get financing done for both your personal and your business side. So it's a very foundational piece there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can go to the next one. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much it. And then the other thing is obviously the 30% rule. So any credit cards, revolving lines of credit, just make sure 30% or less, you'll be good to go.
What percent is that? 30%. Yes, very good.
And that's pretty much it for me. So if you guys we have like a couple minutes. If you have any questions, throw whatever out at me. Anybody?
I have a question.
Yeah.
It said on there you don't get paid until we get paid or send.
Oh yeah.
Send to the owner, right?
Yeah.
So you technically, if somebody wanted assistance from you guys wouldn't ask for like a deposit or something like that.
No.
It's like we'll help you, and then when you start seeing the advantage. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, essentially we do have contracts, right? So it's not just like, oh well, we're just going to trust that you're going to pay us. But once we assess that, yeah, we can help you, and like because we're not gonna work on somebody's case if we don't think that we're gonna help them. So then if we take that case on, then they sign a document saying, okay, yes, after you're done and after you have access to your funds, then you can just pay us out of that. Yeah. So yeah, we don't want to charge anybody up front. You know, it's not good business practice. But that's it for me. And so next is vitamin B.